Christmas Eve, everybody.
Merry Crisis. Merry Chrysler. Happy Christmas.
It is Sunday, and we are about to start our day. We have 3 patients right now. I love this jacket, but the one thing I hate about it is how much lint it actually accumulates. We have wound care, a fentanyl patch change, and then a kind of a tuck-in visit. And for those of you who don't work hospice, tuck-in visit is where we just basically go make sure the patient has everything they need, because this is a holiday weekend, even though it's already Sunday. So we're gonna get going. I didn't get any emails about like, gotta go see this patient first. We're just gonna do what we want today and pray that today goes. I don't want to see the word. I'm not gonna say it out loud because I was gonna jinx myself. So where did my pens go? I'll find it after. Okay, so what I like to do to start my day is I'm gonna write down my patients in the order I'm gonna see them in. Oh, they're all assisted livings, which means I'm gonna have the bathroom too. I'm not saying like I got it made today, but I got it made. What I like to do is I like to write down my problem or whatever the issue I'm going there for. That way, when I'm giving report to the report from the nurse there, I don't have to like have my laptop out sitting on like this. Okay, and then I'm here for blah, blah, blah. It's so awkward. La 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 la. How I feel right now. Also put my patients. I'm gonna go to this one first because this one's I think my farthest out. And then somebody just went and got a Starbucks gift card, last minute gifty. And so what I also like to do when I go visit patients, because when you work on call, whatever, weekends, or even per diem, you don't know most of the patients that you're seeing, like, you know, the week staff does.
Who are you people?
I kind of like to give myself a little bit of a rundown of the patient before I head in there. Like, why was there a triage call? Okay. Ooh, just close it, you idiot. I can tell how this day is gonna go. It is so busy on the roads. This is one thing that I love working weekends, but at the same time, especially, so this first time I was seen yesterday for a routine visit. So we're going again? Oh, they weren't turning off the oxygen. So they were just having oxygen leaking into the room. But everybody felt great. Hemoglobin was friggin' having a patty. Before I go see my patients who I've never seen on the weekends, I look at the past triage notes, like the last triage note they had. I look at their last, like 1 to 2, maybe 3 visits, the nursing notes, because depending on how far apart they are, they, you know, they might have relevance. They'll probably have some relevance to your visit. And it's also good to know things that you might encounter that might need a follow-up. I will always check your care plans. For us, it's orders, things like that, so you kind of have an idea of what is supposed to be happening when you get in there. Like also things like this, like if I didn't check the care plan, I wouldn't have known that this patient had a catheter because there was nothing in the nursing notes. There's not going to be anything in triage notes. Fun fact, it's not actually a Foley catheter. Foley is just a name brand. There was one more thing I wanted to check, and then meds. So allergy checks, and I always check for specific allergies and blood thinners, and then any psychotropics, benzos, whatever. And then another thing that I like to check in before visits is any new medications that were started recently within the past like week or so, because if we're going in to assess for change, new med changes, things like that can have an effect on patients. So gotta look all around. Okay, so this one's good. All right, we're gonna head out, and I will try to remember to record as much time. Yes. I just need a bobby pin. I have a clip. Oh, I got one. Cause yeah, I do still wear scrub caps into my visit. It makes life a whole heck of a lot easier with hair. What is under my butt? Okay, so we're gonna go in to our first visit now. Hope it is a quickie, just like my eggs.
Boom, roasted.
We're gonna head in. All right, so we are done that visit. I'm freaking sweating. It was hot in there. Okay, so that one's good. What did I do with my glasses? Oy. Okay. Yeet.
Six and a half hours later.
Paul sausage. So the way I go about my note is I do my narrative first, and then I go through the checking boxes, because the narrative is the one that takes the longest. Things that I address in my narrative are always going to be pain and breathing, because you just can't say like patient appears comfortable. Don't ever do that. It's something that you should never do, is patient appears comfortable resting, or patient is resting, appears comfortable. You always have to know whether or not they're breathing, and whether or not that breathing is easy, non-labored, whether it's shallow, whether it's deep. Squirrel is so cute.
What?
Because if you just put patient is resting, appears comfortable, and you don't note that that patient is still breathing, right? Do you see where I'm going with that? Don't do that. Always address like any, this is fucking squirrel. And one thing I always have to do, because I don't know these people, is I have to give a report to the care team. So always writing down the case manager, this person's name, and the clinical manager. This person is not new. And then, yeah, we're just going to finish our note, and then we're going to be on our merry way. Merry way, get it? Because it's Christmas Eve. That's funny. I'm going to go see a patient now who needs wound care, but we call ahead so that the staff can get her in bed. That way it's easier for us to do wound care. So we call and we let them know, and then when we call, we have to make a note that we called and also who we talked to. So that's how it is in home care and home hospice, that every phone call you make, there should be a paper trail, because then people be like, oh, we had no idea, she didn't call. And then it falls on you. So
2 hours later.
beautiful, lovely, awesome. And we're gonna go. My lunch is defrosted. Go me. We made it to our next destination. We're ready to go in. Make sure we got everything, phone, laptop, ourselves, whatever. I picked up a lip gloss while I was driving, and it was a colored one. So luckily I wear a mask inside, because if I didn't, I'd look like a clown. This one is our wound care lady. All right, I'm gonna go in. Peace. We're gonna move on to our next patient. You reset, we move on. You compartmentalize, you can serve your patients. So now we're gonna go see our next patient, which is, before that, I'm gonna do my narrative note. So it is currently almost 2 o'clock. I don't know, dog. I'm just going in for a fentanyl patch change. And you're probably thinking, that's like nothing. Why are we sending nurses from like a hospice agency to go change a fentanyl patch? It's because in an ALF, although the nurses do have the skill set, they are not allowed to change fentanyl patches. Weird, I know. So when I go in to change a fentanyl patch, I always note the dose that is ordered. Oh my God. You got to do your med checks before. And for hospice, it's not like how it is in other places, because obviously like our med checks we do at the bedside are a little bit different, because we can't like scan anything. I go into the assessment where the fentanyl patch was changed last and note where it is supposed to be, because before you put any new fentanyl patch on, you better be taking that old one off. I think I know where this one is. I get so confused in ALFs because I've been to all of them like a lot, and I feel like I can't remember. There's still no family that came out of there. I feel like I can never remember where anything is. So we're going to head to our next patient, and yeah, that is it. Okay, so next visit. Going through the same motions here as before. Still trying to remember my passwords. Time driven, time in. Do I want to use the bathroom here? I probably will. Yeah. We're gonna go in and is it snowing? Or do I have a tumor? It's not snowing. That was a glitch in the matrix. Okay. All these people out exercising on Christmas Eve. Good for you. Ooh, I'm ready for a nap. Ooh, an ambulance. Hopefully they're not coming here. Okay, I'm gonna go in. Okay. And we're done with that visit. There's a fentanyl patch change. The patch had fallen off. So, yeah. Just gotta remind people, if you can't find the patch, just call us. Because then there will be a dip in our patients' pain, and especially our folks with dementia and Alzheimer's. That can have a huge impact on their, like, mood or behaviors. And I hit my head on my trunk trying to change shoes because the sole had fallen off of those sneakers again. So again, same thing as every other patient. Should probably be doing this with the windows open a little bit. We are going to just chart. We're going to do our narrative note first. Get my narratives out of the way. And we're going to go into our other one, our like freaky boxes. I found a freaking stylus in my trunk. I don't think the pen works anymore, but stylus sure does, and that's all that matters.
$2,000 years later.
I'm gonna call it a day for the vlog. I guess that's what you call this. We have 2.5 more hours that I'm on, but you know, things are gonna happen. I can't document my entire day, but I appreciate anybody who followed along. If you don't mind subscribing, that would be great. It is free and it really helps me out. Leave any comments or questions that you have down below. Of course, you can follow me on all my other socials if you want. I really appreciate anybody who follows along. I know that these are kind of quick and kind of sometimes not put together well. I'm doing my best to kind of get into a flow of things, but I appreciate everybody who's given me a little bit of grace. Thanks so much, guys. Have a safe, have a happy holiday.